So this is just going to be a quick video. I'm going to talk about respeccing a character in D&D, how I think it should work, what you should do when you're doing it, and a little experience when I had. So let's start off with what happened to me. Player 1 approached me. He plays Albertus Corag Rexius, previously a bard and now a wizard, necromancer wizard to be specific. He expressed frustration with being just a support class and not being able to do much damage, which is what he wanted to do with his character. He said, I don't want to be a bard anymore. And I'm like, okay, so what do you want to be? What do you think Albertus would be good at? He says, wizard necromancer. So obviously he has thought about this, and I said, alright, why are you being a necromancer? He's like, I feel like my character feels like he is, failed his people, and now he's seeking to understand and bring them back from the dead. Of course, wizards can't bring people back from the dead unless it's undeath, so we're gonna have problems there. That being a little, but you can't. So I just said, alright, go ahead, you're a wizard now. So with respeccing a character, I really would only do this if somebody is specifically frustrated with the way that their character is being interpreted by the game of D&D. They want to play this character, specifically this character concept I have in mind, but the class and race combination they have chosen are not working for it. For instance, my guy thought he wanted to be a bard, but that didn't work out. He wanted to be more damage-based. If it's just they're getting bored with this character, they don't think it's a good role play, I'd say that's a problem with more character than class. So if they approach you, get on it, because that player is having problems with their character and they're not having fun at the table, which is your job as a DM. So get on it if they come to you. And if it looks like they're being bored, just talk to them. So how is being a bard going? Are you liking it? Are you not? Or take another example. How's it feel being a blade singer? Okay, all right. So you want to be more fightery. Okay, I think we could work that one out. Let me do some work on that. So as some general guidelines, there should be a really good reason why you are changing from, for instance, arcane to divine, or martial to melee. For instance, if you're going from cleric to wizard, that has to be a really good reason why you're changing the character. Not just multi-classing and choosing a different path, but rewriting the past levels of your character. Why are they going from, why are they going from monk to warlock? Why? It's such a shift of, theme and what the character is doing. It messes with party composition. Not that that's important. Party composition should always be ignored in favor of what works best for your players. But it's harder to believe if somebody is going from, say, nature cleric to necromancy wizard. It's much easier for someone to think, okay, going from, say, circle of the land druid to nature cleric, or from way of shadow monk to maybe a rogue, or the way of shadow sorcerer. If there's thematic connections in there, like I want to be being a blade singer, but they want to get more martial with it, then you say, okay, how about Eldritch Knight? How does that look? You don't just say, okay, make up some 4 levels of Eldritch Knight, and that'll be character. Discuss with them how it's going to work, what they're looking for. Take some time, go through it. Make sure that these are the things that they want to play, because what's worse than having to respec a character and kind of break immersion a little bit is having to do that a second time and then a third time. That may be a problem with maybe the character's not really defined by D&D, or maybe the player doesn't know what they're looking for and they need some help with that. Now when it comes to implementing it, you've figured out what you want, you've got their new character sheet all printed up, or just made up if it's on the interwebs, if it's digital or something. Then there are 2 ways I see, 3 ways actually, but 2 ways that are most viable for doing this. One, story-based. You're like a wizard, and then all of a sudden this god comes in a dream and say, you need my help in order to accomplish the thing which you want to do, and boom, they're now a knowledge domain cleric or something. The other one, number 2, is just, saying it. It's just completely ignoring it. Say, hey guys, so-and-so have been having problems. She's not liking the way the character is turning out. We're altering it slightly. Just play along. Just forget the thing. Don't forget the cool things, but don't be annoying and say, oh, why can't you do Divine Smite? You could do that before. What's changed with you, or something like that. So you have this the story-based very intricate, and then you've just got the, hey, she's a wizard now. I wouldn't recommend going in between these things, because then you have, like, partial story, but you're partially just fudging it, and it gets into things like, you know, I fell so hard I became a sword mage, which, you know, that really should have just been a, hey, he's a sword mage now, don't even worry about it. So if your player is having frustration specifically with the class, the mechanical aspect, talk to them about maybe respeccing their character, giving them a new feat, changing subclasses, or even changing a new class. You don't have to be that drastic, but necessary you have to. Make sure they know what they're getting when they're playing, that way that they don't try to respec again. But if that happens, do that and take some time, figure out what they want and how they're going to get it with the new character sheet. And then when you're implementing it, my advice, just either give a good story reason, this cool epic moment that changes them, or just say, you know, what are you talking about? He's always been a wizard.